Hey everyone, it's Sveta here and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I talk on everyday aesthetics on this channel and everything that is connected to it, especially spirituality and shifting mindsets. So today I would like to discuss the 5 self-healing Reiki mistakes that new practitioners are making and how to avoid them and what to do to improve your Reiki experience. No one is perfect, and even experienced Reiki healers can make some mistakes. But the more familiar they get with Reiki, the more practice they have, the less number of mistakes they make. And the same goes for self-healing practices. So once you start practicing on yourself, you'll get more confidence with each self-healing session. And I want to help you grow, and I want to help you succeed. That's why I've decided to highlight the most common Reiki mistakes that I see new practitioners are making. And I made these mistakes when I just got started. I hope that you can learn from them and improve your experience. So I'm about to share with you these 5 things many new healers are making and how you can use your awareness of these to become a more effective Reiki healer faster than you thought possible. The first mistake I'd like to discuss is wearing uncomfortable clothes during the session. Okay, during your Reiki session, it's important to make sure that you feel comfortable, engaged, and nothing distracts you. And the clothes you're wearing really makes a difference. So if you ever felt uncomfortable during your self-healing session, it simply might be the clothes you were wearing, like tight jeans, that squeezed your belly, or a button-up shirt that squeezed your neck. As for me, I usually practice in the morning or before going to bed. So I'm usually wearing a basic t-shirt or a t-shirt with leggings or my nightgown. On colder days, it might be a sweatshirt with leggings and cozy socks. I find these garments the most comfortable. They don't make me feel cold or hot. They don't get in the way when I'm changing my hand positions. And what's more important, they don't, squeeze my body parts and thus don't disrupt breathing. So I suggest you consider wearing something comfy before your self-healing session begins. And the second mistake. The second mistake I made during my first couple of sessions was holding my breath. The thing is, I simply didn't realize it, and it was happening unintentionally. The reason behind these mistakes, as I later understood, was the tension I carried with me throughout the day. But once I realized that, I began to control my breath intentionally during the whole session. And in about a month, it became a habit. So if this is your case too, you may want to try this technique. And another helpful way to breathe normally is to do a quick breathing exercise before a Reiki session. There are plenty of apps or other online sources that can help you do that. So the third mistake. The next mistake I made at the very beginning was pushing my palms too hard, especially when it came to my temples and my throat, these positions. This was happening unintentionally and automatically as well. And doing that made me feel tired and uncomfortable instead of relaxed and filled with energy. So I thought, what's wrong with Reiki? Why I feel tired? Okay, so I used the same principle here as I used for my breath. For about a month, I intentionally controlled the pressing force of my palms and adjusted it accordingly. And now I use a very light, gentle touch, whatever it is, and sometimes I don't even touch my skin at all. The Reiki energy works just fine at a distance, so it's totally fine. And if you're pushing too hard or feel uncomfortable when touching your head or temples or throat or any other part of your body, you may exclude touching at all. Okay, And the last two mistakes are the most common ones when it comes to inexperienced Reiki practitioners. If you make these mistakes too, it means you have not fully understood the theoretical part of Reiki. And I recommend you get back to your notes or the course materials once again, so to understand the Reiki principles better. So what are these mistakes? Well, the fourth mistake is treating the exact issue. Let's start with this one. Okay, let's say you feel your head aches or your leg hurts. What some new practitioners do is they concentrate their hand position on that very part of the body instead of setting intentions and using Reiki symbols. This way, a self-healing session on the one hand becomes less effective and on the other hand, energy-consuming and tedious. My advice here is, as I've already mentioned, is to reread the Reiki course theory and to not practice self-healing or healing others until then. In short, what you'll find there in these materials is that Reiki energy goes where it needs to go. So there is no need in extra concentration on a certain body part. Okay, and the last mistake, it's also connected to misunderstanding of the Reiki concept. That is, trying to control the timing of each hand position. So instead, I suggest you set a timing for the whole session and set the intention before you start. A typical Reiki session lasts between 20 and 90 minutes, so once you define the session timing, just count the number of positions you are going to use and estimate the average timing for each position. This method, it works fine when you don't have much time but still want to put a quick session into your day's schedule. Yeah. But the more effective method, from my experience, is when you don't set timing at all and rely on your intuition and feelings during the session. My guiding hint during the first months of practicing was the warmth of my palms. So once they get warmed and more relaxed in this relaxed position, I know that it's time to move on to the next one. So what I suggest is that you listen to your intuition, notice the hints your body gives you, and follow them. And once you become more advanced and confident in self-healing, each next session will become more intuitive, effective, and rewarding. So keep practicing and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the self-healing process, because we're here on this channel to support each other and to learn from each other, so I'm ready to help. And if you would like more videos like this one, please subscribe to this channel and like this video and share it and comment so that I know that you guys like these kind of topics. That is it for today. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you next time.